What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to try to keep this one short and sweet today, but as you can tell from the title, I wanted to talk a little bit about not chasing the deal or what's going on or supposed to be going on at a specific lake or time when you're fishing tournaments. I was thinking about this a bunch. I got Guntersville coming up for the Toyota Series Championship here in a few weeks, and I was thinking a lot about making sure I'm not chasing the deal, right? What's supposed to be going on while I'm there. And the more I thought about it, the more I realized that's a mistake that I have made a lot in the past and learned from, and I see a lot of people make this mistake every single day. Go out, you get on Kentucky Lake in the summer and people want to go fish ledges, or you're fishing Grand Lake pre-spawn. Everyone's up on the bank throwing a big spinnerbait and just chasing the deal, what's supposed to be going on when it's not necessarily your strength. So I wanted to put that out there and explain to people, I guess, not to go chase what's supposed to be going on, right? So I got Guntersville coming up, like I said, and the deal this time of the year, if you get on the internet, start reading, you're going to see, oh, you need to be up flipping mats and throwing a frog, right? Well, that's not everybody's strengths, and it's not necessarily my strengths either. I'm going to this lake and it's a grass fishery, which I grew up on a grass fishery. It's a little bit different, but it's the same concept when you start going across the country. If you know how to fish grass, you know how to fish grass. But the more I think about it, I've never spent much time punching mats and things like that. And I thought about ordering stuff on Tackle Warehouse, and I think about it and I'm like, this is not what I need to be doing because it's not my strengths. I'm good at fishing fast, throwing chatterbaits, things like that, fishing grass fast. So trying to keep everything in my wheelhouse, and that's very important when you go, especially when you go to these new lakes that you're not familiar with. You don't want to spend your tournament time trying to learn a new technique or a new way of fishing, just because generally it puts you in a bad spot when you go to fish those tournaments. You can't adapt well even if you do figure it out, and it usually ends up being a bad deal. So keep that in mind next time you go to a tournament. Try to go out to these new lakes and find home, is what I'd like to call it. Go find areas that feel familiar to you, feel like you're comfortable in, where you can go fish the way you're used to fishing. The best way I can think of putting it is go try to figure out the wrong pattern and execute it perfectly, right? So I had a tournament at Sam Rayburn here early in the year, right? The deal out there early in the year, you hear if you want to go catch a big bag, you better be out cranking hard spots and dragging a Carolina rig if you want to win. So I went out to this tournament and I did not win by any stretch of the imagination. I ended up in, I want to say 17th or 18th place, but I went out and I'm good at live scoping timber. If you guys watch the channel, that's what I love to do, is get out and live scoping timber. So that's what I went and did down there. I went out, picked me up a few different jerk baits, and I was going around catching suspended fish roaming in the timber. Now, I ended up in 17th or 18th place, but I executed that perfectly to the best of my ability. Now, I did lose the biggest fish I've ever hooked on live scope, but within my control, I executed the wrong pattern perfectly. And that's how I ended up getting a good finish in that event. And that's very, very key when you start traveling around. If you want to be consistent, don't chase what's going or supposed to be going on. Go chase your strengths. Go catch fish. That's going to put you in a good spot to win. Or not even win, but sometimes to win. But even to do well in that tournament and stay consistent throughout a season. That's a big thing. I don't think you hear it all the time, but people don't internalize it. It's kind of hard to understand that you can go out and do the wrong thing and still compete in these big tournaments against locals and really, really good fishermen. So keep that in mind. That's really all I have to say on that. It's pretty cut and dry. Just go out, fish your strengths in these tournaments, especially when you're on new lakes. Don't spend your practice and tournament time trying to learn a new technique. That's what you do when you don't have tournaments going on. You go out and fish, learn things. When it comes to tournament time and you got big money on the line, go out and fish your strengths. I promise you're going to be more consistent at the end of the year. Probably going to put more money in the bank, unless you get an oddball time where you go out and win one doing one of those what's supposed to be happening techniques, but that does not happen very often, I promise. So next time you get out and go fish a tournament, you're on a new body of water, remember, go fish your strengths. I promise it's going to help you out. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Let me know if this helped any of you guys, or if there's a better way I could really explain this. I can't think of a better way to put this out, but I was thinking about it a lot. It's really important, and it's helped me a lot, and it's been probably one of the most expensive learning curves I've had in tournament fishing. So I thought I would pass some savings, I guess, on to you guys to help you go out, make your money back a little easier, and not go out chasing ghosts, trying to figure out ways to catch them that you're not comfortable doing and not comfortable adapting in. So keep that in mind next time you travel to go to a tournament, or just out fishing a tournament on a new lake, and I think it's going to help you guys out a bunch. Thank you guys for tuning in into the video today. I appreciate it a ton. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I'd appreciate it a ton. That's it for today's video. I'll catch you guys on the next one.